Coach, with the All-Star break looming on the second night of a back-to-back, your team faced a lot of challenges tonight. How did you like their ability to focus in, especially from the second quarter on, and come away with a victory?
I like that you said from the second quarter on. I think they did a great job recognizing what we needed to do. Jalen Brunson is a heck of a player. He made tough shots. We tried to make it difficult on him early. He got it going, but our guys' ability to bounce back and recognize what we needed to do in order to pull away, and I'm very proud of this group for the way in which they stayed focused and got it done.
Your group got its 30th win of the season tonight. Last season, that didn't come till March 21st. What does that say about the continued growth of this group?
That says it all. Just their ability to learn and continue to grow as a group, recognizing what it takes to win in this league, and not being satisfied, knowing what happened last night, but not hanging our heads too low, and being able to bounce back tonight, which is something I'm very proud of this group for doing.
Franz had 38 at Detroit with no free throws. Tonight, Paolo has 36 with no free throw attempts. What do you make of that happening twice so soon after, and then also just Paolo's ability to have success from three tonight?
Well, I'm not going to get fined. So what I do love is the fact that our guys didn't complain about it. They kept their heads down, continued to defend the right way, focus on the game plan, and just be efficient. I think that's another way that we can just continue to be efficient. So Franz having 38 with no free throws, Paolo having 36 with no free throws, that's very difficult to do in this league. So just, my hat's off to them for being able to do it the right way and not complain whether you get a call or don't.
Paolo got presented his All-Star jersey before the game. You were with him, smiling ear to ear. What's it like for you just to, as a coach, to see him develop into the player he has become just in his second season?
I mean, just for our coaching staff, they do such a great job with him, with his communicating with him, helping him grow, learning the game, understanding the game. But for him and his journey, I think it's just something special. What he said he was going to do as a rookie, he did. What he said he was going to do in his second season, he's done. But it just goes to the work that he puts in, the work that the coaches put in with him, and the constant belief that he has in himself and his teammates have in him. I think it says so much about him, the organization, and the belief that we have in who he is.
What do you make of just Joe Winkle's impact right there in the second unit? Even when he's not getting the volume of shots, just his poise, commanding in that second unit, being able to facilitate and just really help calm down that second unit as a whole.
Well, you said it. He's a winner, and he's finding different ways to impact the game, whether that's coming down the court and hitting somebody on a screen, getting his hands dirty, getting hands on the basketball, but just moving the ball with quick decisions, just finding the right play. And that's what we have. We have a bunch of guys that are willing and wanting to make the right play, for their teammates, and I think that's big.
What do you mentioned the first quarter wasn't exactly what you guys wanted, but what do you make of this team's poise to stick with the game plan with Jalen? Maybe make some adjustments, putting some more size on him, but to stick with the adjustments to kind of slow him down and then to kind of keep the drumbeat of the offense going to come back and win this game.
You give credit to the coaches for continuing to communicate exactly what needed to be done. He got hot going, and our guys didn't panic. They understood exactly what they needed to do, how much more aggressive they could be within it. But it just says so much to our coaches with their game planning, our guys trusting the game plan, and then executing it down the stretch.
Goga did eventually enter the game, but they had 16 offensive rebounds tonight. They had a lot early in the first quarter. Was there a thought to move to him earlier for more size?
Well, I think what happens a lot of times in those situations is that you want to say it's always just the bigs, but a lot of times it's the guards that need to come help rebound as well. So it's not just necessarily on the bigs to just box that man out and get to it. It's our guards have to do a continued job of getting in there and helping those bigs fight off the glass.
To be able to get guys like Admiral and Kevon and Jet, of course, in the game at the end before the All-Star break, just how special is that?
It makes our group happy. It makes us proud of the work that they continue to put in. We always talk by committee, and if I could play all of them, I would. I really would, because we have such a great group of young men that fight and work for one another, that pull for one another each and every single night. But to get those guys in the game before the break, to be able to feel good and leave on a high note, to enjoy some time off.
Thank you, Coach Mose.
Thank you, guys.
Franz, for your group, considering the All-Star break was on the horizon, you coming on the second night of a back-to-back, for you guys to respond and lock in the way you did from the second quarter on, just how pleased were you to see that out of this group?
Yeah, really cool to see, especially defensively. Obviously, we played way better after that first quarter, and finally got some rebounds, and then I think that's when we get out and running and get a rhythm offensively.
Well, your team notched its 30th win of the season. That didn't come till late March last year. What does that say about the continued growth of this group?
I think it says a lot. It's just we've been talking about it since end of last year, training camp, started this year, just, how we want to improve. And I think that's just one of a few examples of how we have improved. Like you said, considering where we was last year. But, we want to come out after the break and still, make one, final push too. So I don't think we're satisfied, but definitely something that you can look at and be proud of.
Franz had 38 earlier this season with no free throw attempts. Tonight, Paolo, you had 36 with no free throw attempts. How hard is that to do? Challenging to not get those calls and continue to stick to what you want to do offensively.
Yeah, I think you can't always, you can't control how the refs are going to call the game. Franz drives a lot, I drive a lot. Today I think I had the 3-ball going, which kind of opened everything up. I didn't have to drive as much. And, sometimes, though, you just, you don't even notice that you haven't shot any free throws. You just got it going.
Paolo, what was that moment like for you, getting presented your All-Star jersey before the game, and just to reach this point in your career so soon? What is that moment like for you?
It was special just to be able to, share with, the coaches, teammates, and just with the fans in the city in general. I think it's just an exciting time for everybody right now. I think, we're just on the incline right now, on our way up. So I think that's just a testament to that, and it's just a blessing.
Picking up on that point, Paolo, with you going to the All-Star game, now that the season right now is coming to a little bit of a halt, you guys get a bit of a break. What are you individually looking forward to the most when it comes to the All-Star game and really just being there?
I'm just looking forward to the whole experience, taking it all in. I'll be doing something every day, so I'm sure that'll be fun. And just experiencing it, being with some of the other players and just taking it all in. I'll have my family there, who I haven't seen in a long time. My brother and sister, I haven't seen them since the season started, so it'll be fun.
Paolo, tonight getting 36, kind of matching almost, not quite shot for shot, but kind of going back and forth with another All-Star and Jalen Brunson. Do you feel like you belong in that group, or when you have games like this where you kind of help set the tone, help kind of put a game away like this, do you feel like you're an All-Star?
Yes, I do.
Confirm that to you? Does that confirm that? Maybe you already know it, but does it confirm to everyone? Do you feel like it confirms to everyone else what you can do?
I mean, I think I could go against anybody. But, I mean, he came out flaming hot, Jay Brunson. And that wasn't going through my head, like I got to match him shot for shot. That really never goes through my head. But it's just kind of the way the game went. I felt good, made my first couple shots, and just kind of let the game come to me from there. But, no, I mean, yeah, definitely feel confident.
Franz, that second unit really kind of helped the team get back from that first quarter. I think you guys went on a 17-3 run. How important was it to have that kind of depth and that kind of run to kind of set the tone after the way that first quarter ended?
Yeah, obviously really important. And our second lineup has done that all year. And I think it starts defensively, like with the rest of the team. So I think they got stops, got out and run. Got some easy ones and just got a rhythm. They've been huge all year.
Paolo, is there anything in particular you're looking to get from the All-Star experience this weekend, being surrounded by players who are, other stars around the league?
I just think I'm trying to create memories, really, create some fun moments, hopefully, that I can look back on and remember. And I told Dante in the postgame interview I am looking forward to the skills challenge because last year, I don't know if y'all watched, but we were absolutely terrible. So, I kind of want to redeem myself in the skills challenge.
Thanks, guys.